Growing up, Carson Wentz was a three-sport athlete in basketball, football, and baseball at Century High School in Bismarck. In baseball, he was a three-year starter at first base, batting .421 with 41 RBIs. In basketball, Wentz played forward and center for North Dakota's top-ranked team. However, where Wentz shined the most was playing football, earning all-conference honors as a quarterback and defensive back while being named the 2010 North Dakota Class 3A Player of the Year. His senior year at high school, he posted 1,285 passing yards, 25 total touchdowns, and 61 tackles. Things would only go upward for Wentz joining the North Dakota State University quarterback room. Wentz as a starter had a career record of 20 wins and only 3 losses. An even crazier fact is that Wentz technically won 5 national championships while enrolled at NDSU. He set a slew of NDSU records, such as the most single-game passing touchdowns in 2014 with 5 total passing touchdowns in one game. He was also the most in North Dakota State passing attempts without an interception with 143 attempts. One of Wentz's most memorable moments during his collegiate career came on January 9, 2016. It was during the FCS National Championship, while after missing 12 games due to injury, he went on to win the FCS National Championship, posting 1 passing touchdown with 79 rushing yards and 2 rushing touchdowns. On April 28, 2016, the Philadelphia Eagles selected Carson Wentz in the first round with their second overall pick in the 2016 NFL Draft. He was the first quarterback the Eagles selected in the first round of an NFL draft since Donovan McNabb in 1999. He was also the highest selected player in FCS history. Wentz's first season with the Philadelphia Eagles was average, however, nonetheless encouraging for a rookie, posting 3,782 passing yards with 16 touchdowns, 14 interceptions, and 2 rushing touchdowns. Whether you were filled with optimism or a mixed bag of emotions after Wentz's rookie season, all the doubters were silenced in 2017. In 2017, Wentz would go from just a subpar rookie to one of the best quarterbacks in the entire league, posting an astonishing 33 touchdown season with only 7 interceptions and 299 rushing yards. Wentz led the Eagles to an 11-2 record before tragedy struck. Wentz tragically went down, suffering a grade 3 tear of the ACL and LCL in their Week 14 matchup. This would happen after posting an amazing 4-touchdown game that ended with a win to the Rams. As history would go on to prove, the Eagles, despite losing their franchise quarterback, would still go on to defeat the New England Patriots 41-33 and win Super Bowl 52. Wentz's replacement, Nick Foles, went on to have a 373-yard, 3-touchdown game against the New England Patriots, and even had one of the most special plays found to Eagles culture and the entire NFL history, the Philly Special. For those who may be unfamiliar with the Philly Special, it's when the Eagles tight end Trey Burton threw a 1-yard touchdown pass to Nick Foles, which ended up being one of the reasons they won Super Bowl 52. For Wentz to have a season the likes of Tom Brady and Ben Rothlisberger, and to put the team in the position to make the playoffs for the first time since 2013, watching someone else other than himself hoist the Lombardi was nothing less than heartbreaking. This marked the beginning of the end for Wentz and his NFL career. In Week 3 of the 2018-19 NFL season, Wentz returned and beat the Andrew Luck-led Colts. Wentz, however, was nothing short of up and down. He was not capable of being the top-of-the-pack quarterback like the previous year, but still was capable of being a top 15 NFL starter. However, Wentz battled back pain in 2018. This back pain took him out for the duration of the 2018 season that was left. He was once again replaced by the backup Nick Foles, who led the Eagles to the playoffs. Once again, Carson Wentz found himself watching his backup playing in the playoffs. In 2019, Wentz returned, and he had the best season prior to his 2017 stint. Despite the team just going 9-7, Wentz had thrown for over 4,000 yards, 27 touchdowns, and just 7 interceptions. However, just like the previous 2 years, Wentz didn't last long into the wildcard game before exiting with a head injury. This would mark 3 straight years the Eagles would have to do battle in the playoffs without their starting quarterback. the Eagles would fall 17-9 against the Seattle Seahawks. In 2020, the Philadelphia Eagles, being rightfully concerned about Wentz's health, drafted the Alabama product from Oklahoma, quarterback Jalen Hurts, in the second round of the 2020 NFL Draft. This moment in particular would change the entire dynamic of Wentz's NFL career. In 2020, he would go on to have one of his most disappointing seasons in the NFL. Midway through the December 6th bout against the Packers, for the first time in Wentz's career, he was benched. Wentz finished the season with only 2,620 yards, with a lackluster 16 touchdowns and a staggering 15 interceptions. The Eagles would go from first to worst in the matter of 3 years, finishing 4-11-1. Just 1 week after the conclusion of the 2020-21 NFL season, Wentz forced the Eagles to fire head coach Doug Peterson. Wentz also demanded the front office to get rid of the newly drafted quarterback Jalen Hurts. However, they refused. This led to Wentz forcing a trade out of Philadelphia, and Wentz was traded to the Indianapolis Colts for a first and a third-round pick. Wentz's stint with the Colts was short, but definitely a good season compared to his spiraling downfall since 2017. Wentz played the full 17-game season, posting 3,563 passing yards, 27 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions. However, coming into Week 18 at 9-7, Wentz was unable to defeat the last place 2-14 Jacksonville Jaguars. The Colts finished 9-8 and just missed the playoffs due to their embarrassing 26-11 loss. The Colts moved on from Wentz after one season. Once again, Wentz was on the move. Wentz was traded to the Washington Commanders for a 2022 second round and 7th round pick. In his time with the Commanders, he was at rock bottom. Not only was 2022 his personal worst season, but one of the worst quarterback seasons in the entire league. Benched multiple times, finishing with 1,755 passing yards, 11 touchdowns, and 9 interceptions. Once again, he was cut by the Commanders after one season. Now it's 2023 and Wentz has found himself out of the league and looks likely to not play for any NFL team in this upcoming season. While his replacement Jalen Hurts played a phenomenal 2022-23 season, also made it to the Super Bowl, and just ranked number 2 on the NFL Top 100 players voted by players. What could have been a long, dark road of Carson Wentz forcing Jalen Hurts out of the organization turned into a new flower that blossomed and will run the NFC for many years to come. Ladies and gentlemen, this will do it for the tragic downfall of Carson Wentz.